Hey guys.
We're live.
We are live. We are
live everywhere,
on
right? Okay,
both channels, Facebook and YouTube.
YouTube.
So,
Coming to you live from Casa del Groovy.
Casa del Groovy.
That's it.
Casa del Groovy. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So, it is Tri-City Talks with the Wonder Chick and
Rock and Rick.
Rock and
You always
Rick.
get confused, so I never know what you're going to say.
It always sounds better to say Rock and Rick and the Wonder Chick, but if I start out, I can't say Rock and Rick because I'm not Rock and Rick.
Oh. Well, I can do that.
You can do
I'll
that.
just have to start out from now on.
You will.
See, there's things we learn as we go along.
That way, somebody just hit a like button, and I'm not sure who it was, but someone's there with us.
Maybe it was me.
It wasn't you because you didn't touch your phone. Wendy's with us. Hey, Wendy. It's hard to see like on the phone. We've changed the way we're doing things so that we can actually get everybody. Wendy's sharing the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It's hard to see anyway. So I can't see. So happens when you get old, you know.
It does.
But I've been that way my whole life. So.
I know.
Oh well.
So we thank you guys for joining us tonight. We got some decent topics. I think we're going to talk about.
I think so. Yeah.
So hope you hang out with us for the next 30 to 45 minutes. Ignore the dogs because they're a little wild tonight. And I didn't think to put them out before we started. So
yeah, I thought they were going outside. Oh, well.
Yeah, they were, and I didn't do that. So anyway, but as we usually do, we're going to open with a quick prayer. I might have to put the dogs out. And then we'll get right into our topics and discussions. Yeah.
All right. So, all right, guys, y'all calm down. Not you in the audience, but I'm talking about these critters here because they are wired up today. And here's one now.
All right, so we'll pray, and if we're not any better, I'll have to take a break and put them out real quick. But
I guess he noticed I didn't have any hair on my shirt, so he came over to fix that.
Yeah, he's gonna put the hair on your shirt.
That's
So
right.
anyway, all right, guys. Well, we are gonna open the prayer, and then we're gonna get right to our topics.
It's good to be loved, folks. I'm telling you, just not while you're on the air.
All right, so don't mess with the mouth. All right, well, we're gonna pray. Stonewall, we're gonna pray. Can you pray with us?
Can you pray?
You ready to pray? Okay, here we go. Lord, we just thank you for this night, for this opportunity to be able to come to you. Lord, that even if we have to do this in our home, God, that we have the opportunity to do that and reach out to folks and just pray that we have a good show tonight. We pray you bless all the viewers tonight and that you just be with them. And anything they're dealing with or facing, that you just be with them and keep them, Lord. And we pray for a good show tonight. We thank you for it. We ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
All righty.
Well, I guess.
Oh, God.
So much
You got slobbered.
So much for the plain shirt. That's okay. I'm used to it. Dog owners understand.
Yeah, they do. All righty then. Well, hopefully they'll calm down. He got his love. Maybe he'll calm down now. If they get to be too loud, y'all let us know, and we will put them outside for a while. So a couple of things we were going to talk about tonight. We're laughing because we just brought the ball. We're going to ignore him, but he might bark in a minute.
All right.
So
what are we going to talk about?
We had a couple of things we were going to talk about tonight. Tonight, I want to talk about going out to eat with the pandemic and everything that's going on. They've opened restaurants up, and we want you to. We're going to talk about that too, Wendy. We definitely have that on our list to talk about the mask mandate.
Yes.
But we can. Which one do you want to talk about first?
It doesn't matter to me. You, whichever one you got. I'm trying to get control of this critter here, so as soon as he calms down, we'll be good.
All right. So
I think he's laid down now.
All right. So two of the things we were going to talk about tonight. Well, we had three topics. We were going to talk about the mask mandate.
Yep.
We want to talk about eating at restaurants because that's a fear that we have with your health issue.
I'm sure other people feel a little bit anxious when they're thinking about going out too. So.
Yeah, and then we want to talk about toxic people. We did a Bible study today by David Villa. It's in YouVersion. I shared it on Tri-City Talks Facebook page. Great devotion, and it's called "Get Off My Boat,"
Yes.
and it talks about toxic people, and we're
Yeah,
going to talk about
excess like baggage and
Yeah.
such,
different things and
stuff weighing you down, stowaways on your boat.
Yeah, and how you deal with toxic people in your life and in your situation. So, well, let's hit the mask mandate since Wendy brought that up.
Okay.
So, we didn't want this to be a political show when we started it, but there are some things that you just can't avoid not talking about because it's here and it's now and it's happening.
Yes.
And I think as far as we go, we like to look at both sides of the story because kind of there are those that feel like their rights are being infringed, that the governor's stepping on the rights, and then there are those that feel like this is a good thing, and I see both sides of this.
I do too.
So you want to?
Well, I hope there's no law enforcement watching this right now. Because as a person that drives a car and rides a motorcycle, I do not like wearing a seatbelt. And I pretty much refuse to wear a seatbelt most of the time. Because that life is my life.
That's right.
Okay. I ride a motorcycle, and I've rode a motorcycle before it was a law to wear a helmet in Virginia.
Right.
I've fought wearing a helmet forever.
Right.
Since I was a teenager. And I still don't like wearing a helmet. I've actually been known to ride country roads at night with no helmet. Just because it's fun.
You actually went to work one day and forgot to wear it.
Yeah, sitting right beside a cop at a stoplight, oh my word, and realized I didn't have a helmet on. But that's what you get with 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
When you come home from work and have to be the next morning. But anyways, but the mask thing, I mean, I understand that people, like, I wouldn't want to wear a mask either.
Well, you can't
With
really.
with a health condition, I wouldn't want to wear. Well, with that, if I was perfectly healthy, I would not want to wear a mask.
Right.
But a lot of people think. But understanding what the mandate is for, if you wearing a mask is not for you, me wearing a mask is not for me. You wearing a mask is so that you won't breathe your icky germs all over me.
Exactly.
And I won't breathe my icky germs all over you.
Right.
So if you're already icked up and you've got the coronavirus, or you're carrying it, maybe you don't know you're carrying it, you can keep it. You don't have to give it to anybody else.
Right.
You can keep it contained within your mask.
That's right.
As much of it will stay in a mask without coming out anyway.
That's right.
You're always going to expel something, but
yeah.
But that way you won't get on me.
I get it.
So
I get it. I'm going to say real quick hi to George and Trudy and Joe. They're watching, and George says that he's with you on some of those laws, Rick.
That's right.
But the thing about that, I want to kind of go off of what you said here when we talk about it. One of the things the governor mentioned in his talk today was that this is a lot for our essential workers, the folks that are out there working in the grocery stores and are running the businesses, and that have to be around the people coming in. It's to protect them, because if these guys get sick, what are we going to do?
Yeah. And then they spread it to other people.
Right. And then there are those that may not know they're actually carrying the virus. Yeah. Lisa says that she can only wear it for a short period of time because of her trouble breathing.
That's right.
And I get it. We're both there.
That does affect a lot of people. And I've heard that in an 8-hour day, if you're perfectly healthy, in an 8-hour day, after wearing a mask, it drops your oxygen level to 93.
Yeah.
Which at 93, they would give you oxygen.
Yeah.
Which,
and that's typical for you.
I live at 93 is a good day.
93 is a good day. So we get it. I mean, I think there's good and bad in this. I don't think, now this is my personal opinion, don't take it and fly with it. This is my opinion. And I totally forgot what I was going to say. But I don't think it's a situation where the governor is trying to step on our rights. I think it's a situation where we're in a pandemic. None of us have ever seen a pandemic like this, lived it in our lifetime, and to make the decisions that they have to make right now, it's very trying on them to know what to do. And I think that in doing this in a building you know, when you're, and it's just mandated for in a building, prayerfully, this is going to help bring the numbers down. Because now if people are actually adhering to what the governor's saying, they're wearing the mask and they're doing what he's saying doing, to do this right now, it's going to keep the germ level down, and hopefully we won't be Brazil.
Yeah.
Where things spike back up and go crazy. Now, do we like the idea of having to do it? I don't like the idea of having to do it.
Well, it's definitely an inconvenience. Is it a major inconvenience? Depends on your point of view, I guess.
Depends on what you're doing. You know, if you're just running in and out of a grocery store or something like that, you know, it makes the opportunity for those of us who haven't been in a grocery store since this started because of health issues, it opens another window for us to actually feel a little bit safer going in.
Well, that's true. And you know what, when I was getting to the like the seatbelt and helmet thing, I know everybody gets in their car to put on their seatbelt because it saves lives, right? It saves your life.
I fought that when they made it legal.
I still fight. I fight every time I get in the car. But I found anyway. And we won't talk about getting around the dinger, the drive you crazy dinger. So but anyway, but the helmet thing, that saves your life. Yeah, I mean, everybody talks about it can change his insurance rates, blah blah, all sorts of stuff. But at the end of the day, they make you wear a helmet to save your life. My life. If I'm wearing a helmet, it's to save my life.
Right.
When you wear a mask, you are potentially saving my life.
Exactly. And that's what I think.
Because it's other people's lives involved.
Right.
So.
And that's the bigger picture that I think we have to consider or think about. I mean, I get it. People don't want to wear them. And I get it that people feel like their rights are being infringed upon. But, you know, there are some things we have to adapt to. So if you are a carrier, you know, and you don't realize it, everybody you come in contact with has the potential to catch the virus. And that's just science. I mean,
it is science. And plus, you know, and soon after that, the update today,
yeah.
the governor's update, and I'm losing it for words tonight. I mean, like right after it, I mean, we were seeing posts on social media, like the biggest one, I guess, that gets me is from mostly conservative people. I'm a conservative also, and the biggest thing that I fight when I hear something that just drives me crazy is my body, my choice. Where have we heard that at? All these years, what is it? My body, my choice. What is that?
Abortion
That's the abortion thing, right?
Yeah.
So it's the woman's body, it's her choice, right?
Right.
So all the conservatives are jumping on the my body, my choice bandwagon with the mask.
Right.
So, okay, it's your body, it's your choice. But just like the abortion thing, it's not just your body. There's a woman has a baby there.
Yeah.
It's a life that's going to be extinguished.
Yeah.
Same thing with a mask. On this side of it, it's potentially a life that would be saved, that could be saved.
Yeah.
From somebody with the ick and they get it on you. You know, so it's, I mean, that's another way to look at it. There's so many ways to look at it. Believe me, I am extremely conservative. If anybody knows me, it's just me. It's I would paint my house red if I could think I could get away with it. Actually, my shutters are red, and that's the conservative part. So if too much dumb crap goes on outside, we shut the red shutters, and there we go. But anyway, I understand the conservative part of it. I do also understand that right now, this is things that we have to deal with right now until we can get a better understanding of how everything. Because you ask 10 doctors how the coronavirus spreads and what you do to take care of it and all that sort of stuff.
Nobody really knows.
And you're going to get 20 different explanations because each one of them had 2 explanations of what it could do.
That's right.
And probably none of them are right.
See, and that's the big picture too, is you have to look at, this is something that we haven't dealt with before. And there's still a learning process and what's going on. And I've seen the complaint a whole lot on social media is, okay, we're 3 months into this virus now, and we're just now wearing masks. Well, they're still learning about it. And the governor even said today that this is not, you can just wear cloth masks, you know, or make a mask at home, something to put over your face. It's not like, you know, you're wearing these ones that the nurses and the doctors are wearing to totally. This is to keep your germs from coming too far outside. That's away from you.
And it can block some both ways. I mean, it's not perfectly 100%, you wear a mask, you're not going to get ill. That's just not true, because you could still touch your eyes, after touching something or whatever. But a mask is a really good way of preventing a lot of this stuff. So it'll be like this forever. My beliefs is it might not be here as long as everybody thinks it will.
Right.
Because there's several things they're going to find. It's going to be hard to regulate it.
Yeah.
Because right now any public place is going to be self-regulating, because how they're doing that is they're standing over them with their hand on their business license or their Department of Health with their permits, getting ready to jerk them out, and so you can shut you down.
Right.
And same way with public transportation. I mean, they're going to be held to higher standards too. I mean, it's just that going to be the way it is for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, it might not be as long as everybody thinks. I hope.
Well, and the thing is, with the mask, that is one way to help bring the numbers down. That this is a part of the process of maybe they figured out, people are covering their faces in buildings where people are closer, and depending on how small they are, it could be considered a petri dish.
Yes.
You're eliminating some of those germs, but Trudy says that nothing is 100%, and we need to pray and seek wisdom on all things, which is a must. And she made another comment here. I'm trying to get back to it, Trudy. She said, I have to say, though, that some of the states are in a power struggle. I agree with that. They really are.
I agree with that too.
And we have to be careful, but our constitutional rights do protect us. And yes, our constitutional rights are there to protect us.
Yeah.
And I believe that's where I believe that the thing with the mask, I think under these circumstances, unlike a seatbelt law when they initiated that, or the helmet law when they initiated that, or even the gun rights thing, having to have a permit to carry your gun.
Yeah, having had a permit to perform a constitutionally protected activity.
I think this is a little different because this is a pandemic. This is a situation that we've not faced before.
But then on that side of it also, or the flip side of that also, is it really fair to make other people wear a mask to protect somebody with health condition like mine?
Right. Yeah.
Is that fair to them?
Well,
it depends on what you consider fair.
Right.
Sometimes doing the right thing and doing the human thing is the fair thing.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can just say, well, I'm not going to do it and do whatever. And your rights have been protected. But along with that, with you not wearing a mask or whatever, and even protecting yourself to a degree, you still have the right to get coronavirus, right?
Yeah.
To get COVID-19 and die from it.
That's
and
right.
when you do, you will die a painful and lonely death because your family cannot be near you when you're going through that. Hey, your rights have been protected then.
Exactly.
So.
So
it is what it is. I mean,
and
like I say, there are so many different opinions on this,
and
there's so many things that you can look at.
There are.
As for me, I'm going to take this as an opportunity to wear a bandana and a cowboy hat and dress up like when I was a kid. I might even have cap guns. Well, I got real guns, but you can't shoot them out.
Oh my goodness! So, well, you do have your carry permit, so you can carry your gun when you do it.
Well, you got a mask. You got a mask. You can't carry a gun concealed with a mask on.
That's right.
Well, I plan on doing it anyway. If there's law enforcement, I'm just telling you straight up. But ahead of time, I will be carrying.
Well, I want to say hi to a couple more people. Loretta joined us. Mama Shirley joined us. Carol joined us. So I want to say hey to you guys. So our discussion is the mandate, the governor's mandate today that will start this Friday.
Well, they have, speaking of fashion, they have some nice stuff for ladies to wear too. The masks, it'll look like scarves or silky. Right. They're really cool looking, actually. But getting back to my cowboy thing.
Well, George says that he's always been told nothing in life is fair.
That's right. It's not.
It's not.
It's not. There's a whole lot of unfair in this world. But what would be fair then
is,
every cowboy's got to have some snakeskin boots.
Oh God!
So this is what we're looking at.
Rick's going to just get all cowboy on us, y'all.
Yeah, the boots will make the bandana look better. It'll look stupid to walk around with tennis shoes and a bandana on the face.
Well, if y'all see a cowboy walking through town and me about 10 feet behind him,
Laugh.
it's not social distancing.
You be
It's
laughing.
because I don't want to be seen with it.
You're gonna laugh at me. It's gonna hurt my feelings if you do. Well, not that much, but
Well, that's our take on the whole mask thing. There are two sides to every story.
actually, there's about 8 sides to that story. I
Yeah,
think.
there's a lot, and we see everybody's point. We really do. But for us,
I'll be wearing a mask, and when I get around people, I'll be having a bandana or something. on.
yeah.
Not a mask. I'll be wearing a bandana.
Well, I'm going to say for me, it's a little bit enlightening because now I feel like there might be an opportunity if people are wearing masks that we might actually be able to go to the grocery store.
It'd be nice.
Because we have not been since March. We haven't been out any of these places since March the 13th.
And I'm starving. I don't have any food.
People can tell you're starving there. They really can. Lord D. So that moves me, since we're talking about food, we do the segue, into the, you do the segue, into the whole food thing. As I started out earlier, we're going to move on with the mask thing. If you guys have any more comments or input you want to put there, we'll try to read the comments and put them out there. But one of our concerns through this virus is eating out. A lot of folks are still eating out, never stopped eating out.
Yeah.
And they've been okay. They've done okay. But when we think about eating out, I get super nervous because of Rick's health condition and jeopardizing that. And it's not the food, it's preparation, or how are they going to store the food?
Packaging,
how are they going to
like
package
that.
it?
Yeah.
Because, we got all these mandates, well, not mandates, but all these things telling you in the beginning, cardboard holds the virus for this long and plastic holds the virus for this long. We're looking at all these thinking, okay, can we just drive by and you just scoop it in our hand?
Yeah, that's
you
right.
don't have to worry about it, because we're worrying about packaging. And it's like, okay, so they're going to package this, and then you worry about, okay, how are they keeping the packaging? Some places you go in, a lot of restaurants, mostly fast food restaurants, when they store the lids for the drinks, they're stored right side up,
on the food side.
The food side.
On the drinky side.
So who's walking by coughing on these lids that you're going to pick up? And so every time I go in before the virus, I would go down 2 or 3 and pull one out that hadn't been exposed.
Dude, I'm like on number 7 cup at the Slurpees.
Yeah, you go way deep down.
I'll pull
and
7
them
cups
out.
and if that one feels sticky, I do 7 more.
I know it. So, so we're thinking about these things and thinking, okay, I really want to take the plunge, and Rick wants a Blue Devils burger.
Oh yeah.
Some kind of bad. And he's been on a fish kick lately. He wants some fish.
I need some fried fish.
So,
it's just not the same here. It is okay here, but it's just not the same.
It's not the same. So, so we really contemplate going out. So with that being said, I made a phone call today. Did you know I made a phone call today?
I heard you were going to inquire.
I did.
With a restaurateur.
I did.
In the area.
I did. I called a local restaurant, one of our favorites, Pasta Diner.
That's where the Blue Devil Burger lives.
That is where the Blue Devil Burger lives.
Now, anyway, it's not going to live there long because I'm going to get it.
Well, I called and I spoke to the owner, Loretta, and I asked her some questions, and I was just straight up front with her, like I am with you guys, and told her some of my fears with going out to eat. And I mean, we really want to be able to go out and eat. And she was really good to answer my questions. Trudy, their Blue Devil burgers are the best. You got to go try it.
Yeah, it's the size of a Volkswagen. You knock the wheels off of it. And it's the size of a Volkswagen Beetle. Not the new one, the old Volkswagen Beetle.
But you got to try one. So I talked to Loretta, and I asked her some questions. And I asked her some of the things they were doing there at Pasta Diner to ensure our safety. And she, she informed me. She taught me. She's very willing to talk to me, and I told her that we were concerned about, if you're eating there, utensils and cups, and having the dishes being washed and what they were doing. Well, the Pasta Diner, they're doing all to-go containers.
Yep.
So you get your drink in a to-go cup, you get the plastic forks and utensils. So that made me feel better because they're not bringing anything in and out. They're not putting food on the dishes there, bringing them out. and pulling that stuff back in and having to wash and sanitize and whatever.
Yeah.
So that was a good thing. She assured me that at that restaurant there, Pasta Diner, they clean only with bleach. That's a
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah.
You know, because you can use all these smelly, perfumey cleaners, but if they don't kill bacteria,
It's like smearing butter around on wax paper. It's just not going to clean it off, right?
yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean,
yeah, that's basically what it
you
is.
know,
It
so
doesn't kill anything. It just
so-
smears it around.
so that made me feel good. And I asked her, I said, "Well, what if I'm there and I got to go to the bathroom?" Seriously, you know, is the bathrooms open? Is this what?
This is still prime time. We can't talk about going to the bathroom.
Well, everybody does it, baby.
But I mean, seriously, it's a question. So, you know, with the outdoor seating, I asked her, I said, well, are the bathrooms open? You know, can you come in and go to the bathroom? And she said, yes. And they have a procedure with cleaning the bathrooms. You know, if someone comes in and uses the bathroom, they go in, they clean the bathroom, they spray with Lysol, they spray the area, the floors with Lysol, and they're going behind everybody. So they're having to take extra precautions now to make sure that people are safe.
Yes.
Which is a great thing. So that made me feel better too. All right, George wants to know where we find a Royals burger. I guess that's Prince George or the Royals,
Probably,
right?
yeah, probably in Prince George. Something.
Probably in Prince George, but I bet you that Loretta could make you a Blue Devils burger and call it a Royals burger just for you, George. We'll
Really?
all know that.
A Royals burger would just be a devil burger, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Not a blue devil, a green devil.
just a green devil burger.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they could hook you up, George. You have to go check it out. So,
And you know, that could be a new dish, and they could call it the George Tiller Royal Burger Special.
they could. George Tiller has to go there and try one now. George, you got to go there and try one.
That's right.
And I'm sure she'll call it whatever you want to call it that day.
It is good. They're good folks too.
They are
Anyway,
great
what
folks
you
there.
know?
All right, so you know, she assured me about the way they're cleaning, and what the precautions that they're taking. She said when anyone leaves, they have 6 tables outside now, and I'll put pictures on our page. You can check it out. They have 6 picnic tables outside. So when everyone's done, whoever's done, they wipe the tables down with bleach.
Yep.
After every person that comes in, they're using to-go menus. I wouldn't have thought about this.
I wouldn't have thought about that either.
But they're using to-go menus so that their regular menus aren't being handled by everybody.
So you can't see like samples on the menu like you do in some places.
Right. That's right. That's right. So, so that was a good thing to know. And then when you leave, you get to take your menu with you, so you'll know what you're going to get the next time you come
That's
back.
right. That's right.
So you get to keep the menu. So I thought that was really good. And they have hand sanitizer taped to the tables.
You know, you could probably even call in ahead of time.
Yeah.
They can probably get you fixed up, so when you get there, even when you eat there,
You'd be ready.
boom, ready to rock.
Yeah. So, so they do have hand sanitizer on the table that you can, you know, use. The only thing that they have on the table is like the mustard and ketchup. But she said after anyone comes and sits and eats at a table, when they're gone, they'll wipe those bottles down real good
You know,
and
with the
everything.
disinfectant.
Yeah. So,
things, yeah.
so they're really watching out and taking care. And that was, you know, that was one of the things that we were concerned about. Now, something else I think we need to put out there is that with, and Loretta says, yes, you can call ahead and they'll have everything ready when you get there.
That's good to know.
That is good to know. So y'all can check it
She's
out.
probably sitting there thinking about that Royals burger right now.
Yeah, her wheels are spinning. So George, you got to go now. You got to go check out Pasta Diner because they got some great food. But one of the things she mentioned to me that I think we need to consider as patrons, that's right, patrons, because we would.
That's correct.
Okay, make sure I got my words right. Is, you know, in buying your own groceries now that the price of meat has gone up.
Yeah, boy, how.
Yeah, so this is something that they're struggling with. You know, not only Pasta Diner, but all restaurants are struggling with the price of meat. You know, she's saying that for them to get the beef to do the burgers and steak salads and steak tacos and this sort of thing, she said the meat is more than doubled.
Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, that eats into the overhead or adds so much.
It does add more to your overhead, and I don't know how they've done their pricing, if they've adjusted it any for that. But if they haven't, now they're not making as much money as they would have.
Yeah, and that's,
you know,
that's not good.
And having to stock, you know, a certain amount of food to feed you know what I'm saying? It's like, because they have a huge menu, they're having to stock some of everything to prepare. And if they don't have as much people coming in to get food, then they're not making a lot of money that way either. So
their menu is huge. They've got everything.
Yeah.
Oh, the only thing I don't think they have cotton candy. They could probably get that if you wanted.
Yeah,
So,
they
they've
probably
got everything
could.
else, I think. So
it was something else I thought was really cool that she told me about their containers. I was a little concerned about the containers,
right,
but they keep theirs near the stove, so they're getting some heat on them, which would help kill any germs that would be there. But theirs stay in the boxes, and they don't pull the container out until they're ready to use it.
Okay, that's good.
So that means a lot to me for having you with health issues. So that'll help us there. But one of the other things that we discussed and we talked about that is a little concerning to me, she said people come in and they get upset if prices have gone up some because of the increase of meats. But something we have to consider is all of these local restaurants and the people that have opened now, they've taken on an additional expense of having to get all the cleaning supplies and the extra gloves and the sanitation things to maintain.
And I'm sure that stuff has gone up in price also.
Well, and even being able to
supply and demand thing that we learn
even being able to
basic
get it.
economics. So yeah.
So you keep this in mind when you go out and you go and eat someplace. And the other thing is now, even like for Pasta Diner, they're having to pay their overhead. Price of food has gone up. They're having to get supplies. We can't forget to tip these folks.
Yeah, tip big, because these, it's a tough time right now.
Right now, and these business owners are struggling too.
Yeah, because I mean it's and especially tough in their industry because they've got so much more they have to do to serve you.
Yeah,
Just think, like you said, every time you go to the bathroom, they got to clean the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's a monumental task every time somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just somebody's got to do it. It takes labor.
They're having to
that.
go the extra mile for your community.
That's right. And even like waiting on people outside and things like that. It's just everything. It takes more time, more effort.
Yeah.
And hey, look, everybody wanted everything opened up right now.
Yeah.
But people aren't taking advantage of that. Also, what we found out.
No.
But when you do, and that's what they really need the help and support right now.
Yeah.
To go out and get you some food, good food.
Yeah.
Make sure you tip everybody nice and
be nice to them when you go there too.
But you got to stop and think too. And when this all started, they were one of the ones that really got on the bandwagon of helping people out. What was it? How many meals? 2,000, 28, 24, 2,800 meals, whatever it was. It was a ton.
A lot.
Ton of meals.
A lot of meals that they fed, and those guys were there. They stepped up before pretty much anybody else in Hopewell.
Yeah. So we got to remember to give back to the people that looked out after the community.
And the thing that I fear, and I'll say this, Loretta and her husband went out on a limb, out of their heart, the goodness of their heart, to do these meals and do everything that they did in the beginning because they wanted to help their community.
Mm-hmm.
And they dipped into their savings account to do this. And now it's at a point where they need people to support them, or in the next couple of months they may not be there. So
stay away from the big box restaurants.
Yeah.
Go to guys like Pasta Diner. They're part of this community.
They are part of the community, and they care about the community.
That's right.
And they stepped up to help the community. So I would say definitely support them. On a rainy day, if you want a good burger, call and get it to go. You might not be able to sit out because it's raining, because we got some rainy days coming.
Yeah, we do.
But they're still going to be open, and they still need you to come and support them. So if you can, support them and help them out, because they were there supporting everyone else. But I felt really good after I talked to Loretta about the way they do things there. And I feel like it would be safe for us to go there.
Yeah.
As nervous as I've been about going to eat out.
I'm not so sure about other places, but.
Well, now I will tell you, in talking to a friend who is a nurse, and she just got back from New York City. New York City. She just got back from New York City. She worked in the Bronx on the COVID unit. I asked her a question the other day about eating out because this was a concern. As a matter of fact, I asked her yesterday. I said, what are things that we need to be concerned about if we decide to eat out, because we have not done that? And she said the biggest thing that she would recommend, and I'm not bashing anybody, I'm not going to name any places, but to watch the fast food restaurants.
Yeah, fast food joints.
Because you have so many younger people working there that don't get the seriousness of the cleaning and
Yes.
how to clean and how frequently to clean, that you may not get like an individual established like Pasta Diner, who's going to go the extra mile and take the extra time and extra care to make sure everything's cleaned
Yeah, somebody
properly.
that would clean like it's their home.
Yeah.
Because their business is like an extension of their home.
It is. It
Because
reflects.
it reflects on them. And
Yeah.
yeah, they definitely.
Yeah.
I know what
So-
you're talking about with the fast food
Yeah.
stuff, because I've seen it even before any of this stuff started, how
Oh,
utterly nasty some places
Yeah.
are. And,
so like I
and
said, the fast food
sometimes you walk
restaurants
in, you look, you're like, oh,
up, leave.
There you
Yeah.
go.
But
See you later.
they store their lids, right side up,
Yeah.
where, in the little bowls that you got to put your condiments in, that stuff's
yeah, this is
sitting
right
out.
there,
where-
like you can cough
Yeah,
in.
you need a cough shield on it or whatever. So just food for
Mm.
thought. That's what the nurse told me, and she said just make sure you're still washing your hands and being cautious with that. And it's because you don't know. I mean, when you go into places or anywhere you go, who could be a carrier of the virus?
That's right.
So, and I haven't heard anything derogatory about people eating out. I haven't heard a case where someone that was associated to a restaurant anywhere. It's just a fear we have.
Yeah, I haven't really either, but if you kind of understand how germs and infectious diseases and stuff works, it's hard to trace back to a source or a cause where somebody exactly got it at. But when you just, I can see some of those places it's just nasty, and I wouldn't eat. You know what I'm saying? So, but other places are nice and clean,
Yeah, they are.
and I would trust that, and I would understand. That your chances are minimal. A place where they actually take care of stuff, clean up nice.
Yeah, and they're using bleach.
Yes, bleach
So-
is the king.
Bleach is the king. So there you have it. That's our thoughts on eating out. If you want to eat out and you haven't tried Pasta Diner, go to Pasta Diner in Hopewell 15th Street. Check them out. Great food, great folks, caring, and and they've looked out for the community. So even if you have tried them, go back out and support them. Through this, because we want them to be there when all this is over.
Yes.
And right now,
Yeah, we want
it's
them to be
hard.
successful because they are a part of our community.
They are part of our community.
So everybody in our community is important.
Yeah.
So
And I
We
know
want to
that
make sure that they're there for
in
a long time.
in the process of trying this, they weren't as fortunate as some other business in getting these loans that the government was giving out.
A lot of
So
stuff just being handed out
Yeah.
willy-nilly, and
yeah,
places that really needed it might not have gotten it.
yeah. So and they were one. So support them, because I want to see them sticking around for a while. Because it's a great business. Maybe you're driving me crazy.
Well, we were gonna talk about the whole get off my boat thing. Maybe we ought to hold off on do that on
I think we
Friday.
should. I think we should. We were going to talk about Get Off My Boat. It's a devotion that we did. We started yesterday by David Villa. And that is, I put it on our page, on our Tri-State Talks page, the actual, it's a 5-day devotion. And it's really, really good. It's about Jonah.
Yep.
And kind of, in the Bible, they talk about Jonah, being eaten by the whale or whatever, but they never talk about the folks that were on the boat with Jonah.
That's right.
It's never really mentioned. So this devotion talks about that.
Yes.
It talks about, what happened, what the outcome was.
How you can be a person on the boat.
Yep.
And you can throw Jonah overboard every once in a while.
Yeah. Talks about toxic
That's right.
people. So, and it's a
Yeah,
great
it's awesome.
subject. And we want to hit on that. So, but this will give you a chance to check it out on the page and read it. And that way, when we talk about it on Friday night, you'll know where we're going with it, because it was it just really hit home.
Yeah, that's just kind of neat too. It's got little videos, and then
Yeah.
it's got the written text, and then it's got some scripture to back everything
Yeah,
up, and that's pretty
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But
It made great sense today when we read it. It was like a light bulb going off.
yeah,
But you can check it out. Look, Loretta says thank you. So you're
You're definitely welcome.
You're very welcome.
But one thing we were going to talk about last week, we never got a chance to talk about
I'm afraid.
because we just did it. We just did it a second ago.
What?
You know, when people are married for a long time, we find it funny because we do goofy stuff, real goofy stuff, because we've been married so long, we know each other. Like when she said New York City, we both look at each other like New York City because that's just what we do.
Slowly I turn.
That's Niagara Falls.
Oh, it is Niagara Falls.
Yeah, Niagara Falls is slowly. Then we do that. It's just goofy things. Like when I hear a train or she hears a train, because we got trains around here, we try to be the first person to say, I hear a train.
I hear a train, and he'll text me. I think he's asleep, and he texts me, I hear a train.
I hear a train. Yeah,
So what kind of dumb stuff do you do?
Yeah,
with
we
your
want to know.
spouse?
That's kind of what I was getting at. I want to know what other people do. That's just really goofy. It's fun for them, because everybody has different things to do for fun.
It is. And I want to do, I got a challenge. It's not having to do with dumb things, fun things that people do, but I have a challenge I was thinking about earlier. Slowly I turn. See, Trudy does. Step by step. Inch by inch. But
What did we talk about Lori? We'd say Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
That's right.
That's funny.
Also Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
Yeah, it's just fun. Anyway,
is
well, you
fun.
get what you're getting at.
Well, I have a challenge.
Okay.
Because and I was thinking about this on my ride. I wrote out after, I talked to Loretta today and wrote out and got some more pictures and put it on our page to support them. I want to help support Pasta Diner, and I'm not sure how we can help, really. So this is what I thought of.
We can go get a burger.
We will go get a burger, that's for sure. But another way we can support them is I'm going to challenge you guys, okay? I'm going to challenge you guys to go eat at Pasta Diner. When you do, send us a picture of your food for the month of June, the whole month of June. Send us a picture of your food, tag Rockin' Rick and the Wonder Chick, and we're going to put all your names in a drawing, and we're going to give away 5 t-shirts.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah.
5
You can
t-shirts.
definitely do it. If you get pictures of pork chops, I don't want to see them.
And that way,
I'm dying for a pork chop, right?
that way we'll be able to see other food that they have that we haven't tried. But you have to tag us in, and when you tag us in, we're going to put your name in a drawing. You've got 5 chances to win.
They're killing me.
And and heck, I'll even throw in. We'll buy you a meal. We'll buy you a Blue Devils burger too. We'll throw that in there.
That's
One person can get a Blue Devils burger, and we're going to give away 5 t-shirts. But you got to tag us in the pictures, and I'll put this on our page. So, does that sound like a plan?
Sounds like a plan to me. I mean, I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry thinking about all the pictures.
So y'all got to go to Pasta Diner, take a picture, and tag us in it.
That sounds good.
So
Sounds like a plan.
So you have a chance to win a t-shirt, 5 chances to win a t-shirt or a Blue Devil burger.
That's right.
That works. Okay, so
You got to buy your own drink, though.
yeah, you got to buy your own drink.
We got to cut it off somewhere.
You can drink water, okay?
That's right, yeah, drink.
But we'll,
I don't know if they got water like we've had
We'll get
lately.
the gift certificate and
They got water like we've had lately. It's awful. Talk about bleach.
all right, Trudy says we'll have to buy George the PG Royals burger. All right, George, but you got to go eat there and send me pictures of the Blue Devil burger before you get the Royals burger.
Or pork chops.
Or pork chops. Rick said pork chops. He wants to see what the pork chops look like.
I'll find out here shortly.
That's right. That's right. All right, so we'll put that info on our page for you to see, and y'all do that and start tagging us in some pictures there at Pasta Diner when you go. Tag Rockin' Rick and the Wonder Chick.
Yeah. Are you reading?
I think he likes it because George is in the name.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Trudy said. Yeah, I was reading. Yeah, so.
I get it now. Wow. It's bad when you get called out on the air for being goofy.
Well, you definitely get that award, darling. All right.
I win.
You win. I win.
I win.
What do I win? All right, guys. So there you have it. George says I only have about a third of the month since I'll be in Maine this week. Well, for that third of the month, George, you better go eat some burgers.
He's gonna be eating lobster.
You're gonna be lots of lobster.
Man, last time I went to Maine, lobster it's I don't know, it's just better in Maine. I don't know what.
Lobster is better in Maine.
Lobster is better in Maine. I don't know why. It just is.
All right, Lord George. Well, we will miss you being in Maine, but Trudy will have to go eat some burgers for you.
Yep. I'll go eat his burger.
Or some pasta.
All right.
Okay, guys. Well, we are gonna end the show here since we took up more time than I thought talking about mask stuff and restaurant stuff. But that's okay because it was good stuff.
Yeah, I ordered my Batman mask today. I don't know if that's gonna do any good or not. It does cover your face, just the wrong part.
Yeah. All right. Tell them, Trudy, when you go to Pasta Diner, tell them the Rock Rick and the Wonder Chick sent you.
You still reading?
Yes, I'm still reading. Yeah. George says he loves shrimp over lobster every day.
There you go.
And Trudy says they're going to check out Pasta Diner.
It's awesome when you can use shrimp to garnish lobster. You know what I'm saying? That's just awesome.
Weird.
Ah,
All right. Well, Friday,
oh, I'm getting
we're
hungry.
going to talk about toxic people. So go out and check out the post that I posted on Tri-City Talks about get out of my boat. It's a good one.
Get out of my boat and get me a lobster while you're
Hey,
there.
you
Get out of my boat.
get out of my boat.
Oh, okay.
All right,
so
guys. So we're going to end the night in prayer. We hope you guys
I
enjoyed
don't
the
want
show
you- I
today.
don't want you to break out the whole Billy Ocean
I know.
repertoire, so maybe I better say the prayer.
You better say a prayer.
All right.
All righty.
All right. Dear Lord, we thank you once again for allowing us to get on here and talk to folks and just have a good time, Lord. We always love it when you're here with us in our presence. I know you're probably shaking your head at us half the time, and that's okay, Lord, because we know that you love to be with us, and we love being in your presence, Lord. And anytime you're around, it's a great thing. Lord, we thank you for being here with us, and we thank all of our. We want to thank you for looking out after all of our people that listen to us, and Lord, we ask that you would please be with them throughout this week, and help to keep them safe and healthy and happy, Lord. I ask all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. All right. So I was just thinking about this while we were praying. What are we going to put on these 5 shirts we're giving away?
I don't know. I'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, we'll have to decide what we're going to put on the shirts. I got to think about it. Whether it be Tri-City Talks or I ate at Pasta Diner, we'll have to figure something
It's got
out.
something burning.
It is something burning. It's my
Oh, you're
wheels
thinking.
turning.
Oh, you're thinking.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll let you know, but we are going to give away the shirts, and we're going to give away a certificate or something for a Blue Devils burger. So go eat. Tag us in it.
Can I win the burger?
No, you can't win the
I can't win
burger.
the burger.
And we are going to see you Friday when we talk about toxic.
Toxic peoples.
He said, eat at Pasta Diner. We need to do the shirt says eat at Pasta Diner.
Need a pasta.
All right, that's one vote. You guys put it out there. Somebody said something about Prince George. So, Truce, anyway. So we're going to do it. Loretta says let's do both. Y'all let us know what you think should be on the shirts. We got 5 to make. We'll put something on them that's good. And the biggest thing is go check out Pasta Diner.
That's right.
All right, guys. He said on the shirts. All right, I'm going to keep reading your post. We're going to get off of here. Y'all have a great night. Be careful in the storms this week, and we will
That's right. Be
see
safe.
you on
Friday at
Friday.
8 p.m.
Friday at 8 p.m. Be there or
Be square. So that rhymes that time.
good night, y'all. See ya, YouTube land.